नो सदाति तदानीं नासिद्रजो नो व्योमा परो यत् किमावरीवः कुह कस्य शर्मन्नं वा किमासीत् गहनं गभीरं सृष्टि से पहले सत नहीं था असत भी नहीं अंतरिक्ष भी नहीं आकाश भी नहीं था छिपा था क्या कहाँ किसने ढका था उस पल को अगम अतल जल भी कहाँ था।
हे सदा वात्सल्यपूर्णा मातृभूमि, नमस्ते सदा vatsale मातृभूमि. O forever loving motherland, I respectfully bow down to you. Indian history is a rich montage of people and traditions. The political history of our diverse land has an unending saga of the rise and fall of countless kingdoms and dynasties. From the Indus Valley civilization to the decades of British rule, India's rich culture and heritage have been an abiding force. The soul of India lies in the fact that it's an all-embracing convergence of religions, traditions, customs, and beliefs. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Teoler High School, I, Gunjan Bhatt,
and I, Aditi Chaudhary,
will be your hosts for the evening. We take great pleasure in extending a warm and enthusiastic welcome to all eminent guests and dignitaries who grace our function today. Greetings also to our dear parents and our esteemed faculty members. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself for an invigorating journey of India from the past to the cusp of India's freedom in the 20th century in the form of a musical saga.
The Discovery of India was written by the Indian independence leader Jawaharlal Nehru during his imprisonment in 1942 to 1945 at Ahmednagar Fort in present-day Indian state of Maharashtra by British colonial authorities before the independence of India.
The journey in the discovery of India begins from ancient history, leading up to the last years of the British Raj. Nehru uses his knowledge of the Upanishads, Vedas and textbooks on ancient history to introduce to the reader the development of India, from the Indus Valley civilization through the changes in socio-political scenario every foreign invader brought to the present-day conditions.
Nehru was jailed for his participation in the Quit India movement, along with other Indian leaders, and he used this time to write down his thoughts and knowledge about Indian history, philosophy and culture.
Today, the students of Teoler High School are proud to present a musical drama, an adaptation of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's influential work on India's journey from the past to the present.
Presenting, dear audience, the discovery of India, Bharat Ek Khoj. Feeling of loss is no alien to human nature. Indeed, it abounds in our modern age, marked by pace and aspiration. But seldom does it happen that a book leaves you in that feeling like a loss of a long friend. Discovery of India is one such book. The performance that will follow is worthy of a special mention. The song has been beautifully rendered by our students. Energy and professionalism they have brought to it speaks volumes of their vocal range and grasp on the notes. Presenting now is a performance on a song sung by our grade 6 to 11 students. Wow, such such vibrancy, such color. What a wonderful start. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a huge round of applause for our melodious singers who have sung this song under the able guidance of Bharat sir and Vipin sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take immense pleasure in calling upon our principal, Ms. Jaya Jain, to welcome and address the gathering by her valuable words.
The stage is set amidst the shimmering lights. It is a great evening we've been planning and waiting for. It's our annual function. Pranam and a very good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you all after 2 years of COVID to our 7th annual function at Teoler High School. I still remember our first annual function. 200 plus students, grades 1 to 5, in the small basketball court near the basketball court. From then to now, 2,000 plus students, grades 1 to 12, are in this big football field, delivering the best results in Rajasthan for 2 consecutive years. I can proudly say we've come a long way. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru said, the children of today will make the India of tomorrow. The way we bring them up will determine the future of the country. In continuance with the same thought, today's theme, based on Pandit Nehru's The Discovery of India, is an endeavor to strengthen the connection of the Gen Z to our values and roots like patriotism, bravery, truth, and righteousness. It is a unique theme, not easy to showcase, but with its vast array of eras and cultures, our children and teachers have tried to do justice to it. I hope you enjoy the performances as much as we have enjoyed putting them up. Thank you for joining us today. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all on behalf of the entire team Teoler. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
My father's 3 books, Glimpses of World History, an autobiography, and the Discovery of India, have been my companions through life. It is difficult to be detached about them. The Discovery delves deep into the sources of India's national personality. Together, these books have molded a whole generation of Indians and inspired persons from many other countries. He was a luminous man, and his writings reflected the radiance of his spirit.
Nehruji in Ahmednagar Fort.
It is more than 20 months since we were brought here. I sit in solitude looking at the barren pages spread on my table. They demand from me to write down my feelings
of being away from the world outside the high walls of this gigantic fort. A graceful witness to the most splendid movements since 1857. Well, what feelings should I write about? Feelings of a leader his people are waiting for? Feelings of a helpless husband not being able to take care of a sick partner? Or feelings of an ardent father not being able to be with his loving daughter, teaching her the vital life lessons only a father can teach? Then let me tell you that my feelings are not bound to only a few relationships. They are not even confined within these four walls where I am imprisoned. My thoughts are free. As I look outside the window, my eyes travel from one end to the other, savoring the magnificent sight of nature, and I imagine our mother, our glorious nation, our very own Bharat Mata wrapped in the glorious green, the one who walks on the fertile lands, whose hair soars beyond the deepest skies, whose arms rest on the highest peaks of the tallest Himalayas, whose humble eyes look upon her unfortunate kids lost in the tumult of these times, the one who actually knows what my feelings are.
A unique land of vibrant colors, breathtaking landscapes, and rich history. India is like any other, from the writhing streets to the idyllic shores of the islands. This remarkable country offers a diverse feast for the senses. Please welcome now the Little Wonders of Grade 3 with their performance on Tujhe Namami.
जागो के अब तीन रंग से सजा है ये आसमां।
जागो के अब तीन रंग से सजा है ये आसमां।
राग देश
What a truly remarkable performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it with a huge round of applause.
Nehruji interacted with the crowd in meetings, and in doing so, he apprised them about who Bharat Mata really was.
Whenever I presided over meetings, I would speak to my audience and try to understand the ideologies, the beliefs, and outlook. Sometimes, as I reached a gathering, a great roar of welcome would greet me. Bharat Mata ki Jai, Bharat Mata ki Jai, victory to Mother India. I would ask them unexpectedly what they meant by that cry. Who was this Bharat Mata? The Mother India. Whose victory they wanted? My question would amuse them and surprise them. I still smile as I remember the innocent faces. Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai! Nehruji has come. See, Nehruji has come. What a wondrous role you make for the praises for Bharat Mata, our Mother India. But can you tell who is Bharat Mata? Of whose victory do you people sing? The land, the good earth of India, Nehruji. What land do you refer to, my friend? This particular village, district, province, or the whole of India? Yes, all of it. It also includes the mountains, trees, water, the birds, the rivers, the forests, the fields that give us the food. Oh, good Lord, this means the same. Nature, which means the entire earth. A Mother Earth takes care of us all. Yes, the mountains, river, tree, birds, forest, the fields, all are dear to us. But what counts above all is you, the people who are spread out all over this vast land. So Bharat Mata essentially means the people. Her victory means victory to the people. Oh, so this is the meaning of Bharat Mata, Nehruji. We the people. Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is another performance by the students of grade 3. This song in itself is laced with patriotism. Vande Mataram, meaning I bow to thee, mother. A poem which was written by the Bengali poet Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in 1882. It is taken from Anand Math.
वंदे वंदे सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम शस्य श्यामलाम मातरम वंदे सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम शस्य श्यामलाम मातरम वंदे यमिनीं पुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनीं शुभ्रजोत्स्नापुलकितयमिनीं पुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं दुर्गा दशहरणधारिणी कमला कमलदल बिहारिणी माई विद्यादायिनी नमामि कमलं अमलं वदनं सुजलं सुफलं मातरं नमामि कमलं अमलं वदनं सुजलं सुफलं मातरं वन्दे
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for India. Vande Mataram!
In his book, Pandit Nehru throws light on our rich past and lays emphasis on the growing culture and traditions in ancient India, beginning from the Indus Valley civilization.
As I travel deeper and further into the lands of my country, the hunger to know more and more about it overwhelmed me. I was curious to see India from different perspectives, as it identifies with its people through diverse and multi-hued cultures. To read the unread pages and to draw a comparison between the India of the past and the present. The old civilization is the basis of Indian life even today. One such civilization is the Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization is the mother of all civilizations, and I am proud of it.
Appreciating one of the most advanced civilizations, the Indus Valley. Please welcome the students of grade 3 for an energetic performance. was an enthralling display of talent. Let's hear it once again for the little tiny stars.
Indus Valley civilization ended in a mysterious way, but its culture is still alive. The Vedas and Upanishads threw some light on the earliest records of scriptures and mythology. The two great epics, Ramayana and the Mahabharata, deal with the early days of the Indo-Aryans, their conquest and civil wars. Among the earliest memories of my childhood are the stories from these epics told by my mother.
The Mahabharata teaches a lesson to stand and fight for the good, even if it means going against your own people. Coming up now is a dance performance by the students of grade 4. Hai Katha Sangram Ki. What an amazing performance indeed. Let's have a huge round of applause.
In the court of Hastinapur, after losing themselves, their kingdom and wife Draupadi, in the last game of Chaucer, the Pandavas are ordered to leave their kingdom. The corps of brothers make fun of them, while Draupadi takes a vow and Bhim swears to take revenge for all the humiliation the Kauravas have caused to them.
Aditi ma'am, do you remember the serials Ramayana and Mahabharata that were aired on the television in the early 1990s?
Yes, Kunjan ma'am. We used to look forward to ardently watching them. So, do everything you have to do, but not with ego, not with lust, not with envy, but with love, compassion, humility, and devotion.
The great Pandavas? How is it that you are great when you lost your kingdom and even your wife Draupadi at a petty game so easily? Father, order these 5 brothers to leave our state immediately as per the rules and conditions decided on losing this game. You vile man! Your wickedness will not go unpunished. Here, in this court of so-called great nobles, I curse! No, Draupadi, stop. Please, I beg you, don't curse my sons. Though they behaved shamelessly, but they are your people. History will never forgive them for what they have done today. But I request you to forgive them. You were asking for a great sacrifice from me, mother. But I will never forgive Duryodhan, Dusashan, Karn and Shakuni for humiliating women publicly. I take a vow that until I wash my hair with Dushasan's blood, I will not dye my hair.
My heart aches to give this final order, but even I, a king, am also bound by the rules made before the royal court.
Don't limit for them, father. Please give the final orders to complete the formality. I can't bear the sight of these 5 brothers standing before me any longer.
Patience, my child, patience. Let the poor Pandavas say their last goodbyes nicely to this court. Goodness knows if they will ever be able to come back.
Don't be so conceited, you sly Shakuni. Everyone in this court is a witness to your deviousness. You have cheated in this game, and cheaters are no winners for anyone.
O great king of Hastinapur, our dearest uncle Dhritarashtra, no truth is hidden from you. No rules have been abided by in this game, and no limits have been respected before this great court of Hastinapur. But still, I bow to you for the last time to respect your orders and prepare with my brothers to leave.
All present in this court, listen to the pledge I take today. Hear these words of mine, O greatest Kshatriyas of the world. Words such as these were never before uttered by other men, nor will anybody in the future ever utter them. O lords of the earth, if having spoken these words, I do not accomplish them hereafter, let me not obtain the region of my deceased ancestors. I, Pandupatra Bhim, will tear open the thigh of this audacious Duryodhan. I will cause grief to the greatest king Dhritarashtra by killing all his 100 sons.
O Lord of the Lords, dear Krishna, was it also left from my old and tired eyes to see the brothers fight like hyenas? I feel so helpless today. It's too late now to repent. Oh greatest grandfather, all we can do is to promise you that we will fight but not cheat.
We will fight for justice! We will fight for justice! We will fight for justice!
The Bhagavad Gita is a book within the Mahabharata that depicts a dialogue between Arjun and Krishna immediately prior to the commencement of the Kurukshetra war between Pandav and Kaurav. The conversation deals with the moral propriety of the war and much else as well. The Gita begins with Arjun in confusion and despair, dropping his weapons. It ends with Arjun picking up his bow, all doubts resolved and ready for battle.
hands refuse to pick up Gandhi. They shiver as the thought of hurting my own people trickles down my spine. I fail to understand how I will benefit from this war.
सुख दुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम अवाप्स्यसि.
Benefit, loss, both these words are abstract concepts. Go beyond victory, defeat, loss, gain, happiness, and sorrow. Hence, O great warrior Arjun, do not lose yourself in thinking of victory and defeat, life and death, happiness and sorrow, but fight. This is your ultimate duty and man's eventual religion.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, the Savior. Krishna, the warrior who taught us that nothing is inevitable and truth prevails over and beyond all evils. Coming up, Vishnu Stuti by our grade 4 students.
विषयमृगतृष्णा भूतदयां विस्तारय तारय संसारसागरतः दिव्यधुनीमकरन्दे परिमलपरिभोगसच्चिदानन्दे श्रीपतिपदारविन्दे भवभयखेदच्चिदे वन्दे शशि दृष्टि दृष्टे भवति प्रभवति न भवति किं भवति रस्कारः मत्स्यादिभिरवतारैरवतारवतावता सदा वसुधां परमेश्वर परिपाल्यो भवता भवतापगीतोऽहं दामोदर गुणमन्दिर सुन्दर वदनारविन्द गोविन्द दामोदर गुणमन्दिर सुन्दर वदनारविन्द गोविन्द वदनारविन्द गोविन्द वदनारविन्द गोविन्द भव जलधिमथन मन्दर परमं धरमवनय त्वं मे भव जलधिमथन मन्दर परमं धरमवनय त्वं मे
That was a mesmerizing performance by the students of grade 4B and 4C.
Moving further, Nehru tells us about Chanakya. Traditionally identified as Kautilya, he was an ancient sage who was active as a teacher, philosopher, economist, jurist, and royal advisor.
Another great source
is Kautilya's Arthashastra of the 4th century BC, which give details of the political, social, economic and military organization of the Mauryan Empire. Kautilya, Vishnugupta Chanakya, was the greatest teacher of all times. Remember how he described who is a Shikshak, the teacher?
An alms-giving ceremony is being held by King Dhananand at Pushpapura. Chanakya participates in the ceremony with his students. The king wants the priests to prove their knowledge by answering a few questions asked by his royal priest Subandhu. But the demon king intersperses the session by insulting all the Brahmins who were present there. Now comes the turn of Chanakya's students to stand and answer Subandhu's questions.
Who should we protect our wealth from? Our wealth should be protected from the thieves and the political leaders. How can we gain happiness? By following dharma, abiding by righteousness, our moral duty. What should we compromise with?
The greed for wealth.
Then how will we acquire wealth for being happy?
By acquiring kingdoms, by becoming a good leader.
What should one do to become a good king?
He should have a balanced control on his senses.
How do you think all our senses should be under a modest control?
Simply by being humble.
How would you suggest someone to be humble?
By helping the needy and sharing our fortune with the unfortunate ones.
What should be the interest of a king?
He should dedicate himself to the welfare of his people. Do you mean that if I don't care the people of my kingdom, I am not a good king? Yes. You mean my power, my strength, my grace. All this health I possess is nothing before your knowledge? No. Where are you learning these philosophies from? Who is your teacher? I am a proud student of the most gracious teacher, the wisest, the humblest, Guru Chanakya. What nonsense are you teaching your students who fear no power and have no respect for the king?
My students fear only adharma, and the power that they respect is the power of this vast nature.
What silly learning is this? You seem to know nothing about who a teacher is. Tell this court of the greatest Nanda dynasty. Oh stupid beast, what is your definition of a teacher?
A teacher can never be ordinary. Both creation and destruction are in his hand. A teacher is focused on the outcome. He takes no pride when his pupils are learning extraordinarily. But when his pupils perform extraordinarily, they are recognized as the achievers, the creators, the inventors, and the innovators. My students stand fearlessly for truth, and I am proud of them.
The audacity you show to teach a king sets a ruthless example in my court. Haul him by the tuft of his hair, the symbol of his pride, and throw him out of my royal court.
Today you have caused severe humiliation to a Brahmin, a Guru. Today I swear on all the gods, I will not dye my hair until I uproot whole Nanda dynasty and establish Dharma in Magad. The tuft of hair which you arrogantly pulled now will be like a serpent which will come back to bite you.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. The great statesman and teacher, Chanakya defined the true meaning of good governance and the correct way of imparting knowledge. Coming up is a dance performance by the students of grade 5C and 5G.
गुरोष्टकं यः पठेत् पुण्यदेवे यतिर्भूपतिर्ब्रह्मचारी च देहे लभेद्वाञ्छितार्थम् पदं ब्रह्म सत्यम् गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये नमो यस्य यज्ञम् ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः
What an extremely beautiful, awesome performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from them. What a better tribute to one of the greatest gurus. Spotlight, Nehruji.
Chanakya's vow led to the emergence of a new dynasty, the Mauryan Empire. It was the first pan-Indian empire, an empire that covered most of the Indian region. The Mauryan Empire's first leader, Chandragupta Maurya, started consolidating his land as Alexander's the great power began to wane. Chandragupta took advantage by gathering an army and overthrowing the Nanda dynasty in Magad.
Chandragupta Maurya was the builder of the nation, a great conqueror and a great empire builder. His stories are not only adventurous but inspirational, setting the perfect example for distinguished leadership. One of his stories, while he was just a 10-year-old boy, playing with his friends, had paved the path for Chanakya to design a future leader.
Minister, go and make the announcement that the new ruler of Magad is now Chandragupta Maurya.
Sure, my king. We'll do that with pleasure.
And you, my dear minister, you must announce that from today onward, anyone who is suffering in my kingdom must reach out to me. The doors of my court are always open for justice to my people.
I will go and announce it right away.
ensure that there shouldn't be anyone hungry, sick, homeless, or deprived in my dominion. Let the witches and the food stores be open for my people. Their happiness is my happiness, and their sorrow is my sorrow.
As you pronounce my great king, shall happen.
Victory to my great king! There's a Brahman named Chanakya standing at your door and is willing to meet me. Should I allow him to enter your kind court?
Please bring him with all due respect. Pranam Brahman Devta.
May all the glory be yours.
How may I be at your humble service? Oh great teacher, please tell.
I'm a poor Brahman, my king. I'm coming from King Dhananda's court. I had a very bitter experience there. Grief and misery are tearing my heart apart. Could I request you for something?
Without any hesitation, oh venerable Brahman, please tell how I can be of assistance to you.
I just need a cow so that I can earn my daily bread by selling its milk.
Minister, get the healthiest cow for our Brahman Devta.
Your kindness will make you the best ruler of these lands.
Chandragupta, my son, where are you? Brahman Devta, Pranam Brahman Devta. I hope my son didn't trouble you much.
Not at all. In fact, I was reading the hand of his son. He's brave, kind, and smart. Actually, all the qualities a ruler must have. I'm sure he will become the best ruler of this land. You should send him to King Dhananda's court for learning political tactics.
We are humble people, Brahman Devta. Can we dream such big? But I shall do as you suggest.
Mora sent Chandragupta to Dhananand's court. Chandragupta serves as a slave and learns all strategies for taking care of a kingdom. When he grows into a young man, with the help of a small but loyal army and Chanakya, he defeats Dhananand. He becomes the new ruler of Magad. But he never forgot his great teacher Chanakya and achieved greatness under his guidance.
The story of Chandragupta and Chanakya teaches us that finding a dharma, a calling, a purpose is the most paramount aspect of life. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy another performance by our students of grade 5D, 5E and 5G.
Chandragupta. दुश्मन पे प्रहार है चंद्रगुप्त, शस्त्र जैसी धार है चंद्रगुप्त, वीर भी ये धीर भी वंश का आधार है, नीतिवान बुद्धिमान सूर्य जैसा शौर है, ये चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य है, ये चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य है। कैसा शोर है, वो चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य है, वो चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य है, वो चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य है।
Wow, such a powerful performance indeed. We are now going to call upon the director, Mr. Amit Kapoor, to say a few words.
A very good evening to all the proud parents. Team Teoler, which has been working so hard to put together this program, and my dear students. Let me welcome you to our 7th annual function. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Our kids, our children and our teachers have worked really very hard in putting together this show. Annual functions are primarily looked at as a culmination of an academic year. Not just a culmination, they're also focused on showcasing. It's kind of a platform to showcase the cultural activities of the school, the performing arts which the kids pick up over a period of time, and also an interaction platform where the school management can share with the parents what all the students in the school has achieved over the last couple of years or a year. So let me jump straight to the second part. And this time I'm going to start with sports, not academics. Over the last 2 years, we have invested significantly in our sporting infrastructure. If you see around yourself, today we have 2 functioning football grounds, a cricket pitch, we have 2 tennis courts, we have 2 volleyball courts, newly made. Overall, you know, I'm sure many of you have been with us for a while, and if you remember 2014-15, we hardly had any sporting infrastructure. From there to where we have come today, I can proudly say that we have one of the best sporting infrastructures in this city. Also, our students have started performing extremely well. This year, our teams have participated at the state level in football, in basketball, cricket. We have won many competitions. In fact, 5 of our students were selected in SGFI state teams, 2 in tennis, 2 in football, 1 in taekwondo. One girl who was selected, shortlisted in the state team in tennis, has just won the state championship. Sahar sir just told me 10 minutes back. Recently, Sahar sir and his team organized mid-year tournament. More than 800 students participated in that mid-year tournament. The kind of exposure these things are providing to our children is unparalleled. Let's move on to the core of Teoler, the heart of Teoler, which is the academics. Over the last 2 years, consecutively for the last 2 years, both in grade 10 and in grade 12, our children performed the best in the Jaipur city. Even in the comparative examinations, NTSC, the year before last, we had 12 selections at level 1, 6 at level 2. Last year, we had 12 selections in State Talent Search Examination. We had 6 final selections in KVPY. And the icing on the cake was 10 selections in JE out of 14 students who prepared for it. The best rank was 103, secured by Satyam Gupta, who's today sitting in IIT Bombay. over the last 2 years, we have started multiple initiatives on the academic front as well. One of the core things that we have launched is school integrated program. So today we have a school integrated program, not just for JEE and NEET. We have for law entrance examinations. We have for IPMAT, which is undergraduate business management courses at IIMs, and for CUET, which is admission into central universities. We are also starting a boys' hostel early next year. That will be for only grades 9 to 12 and kids who have been shortlisted for competitive programs. When we started Teoler, there was one thing which was very clear for us. One deliverable that Teoler has always had was to make sure that our children go to good colleges. In fact, not just for Teoler. I believe that should be a deliverable on which any school should be measured. I'm proud to say that from our last batch of grade 12, which had 77 students, more than 50 students have joined a tier 1 or a tier 2 college in India or abroad. Now let's move to the second part of this conversation. Yesterday, I was addressing parents whose children were very young, so I spoke about dreams. Today, I'm addressing parents whose children are slightly older. So let's talk about how to bridge the gap between dreams and accomplishments. As someone said, discipline is the bridge between dreams and accomplishment. How? Let me share with you. Over the last 6-7 months, I interacted with a lot of students. You know, there are many parents sitting here whose kids are teenagers. And when you interact with your children, they will seem to have all the right answers. So you ask them whether I should spend time on, whiling away on internet, or you should study. They will tell you, of course, the right thing is to study. They will tell you the right thing is to focus. They will tell you the right thing is to have ambitions, to have career aspirations. So they exactly know what the right things are. These kids are really smart. But then where's the problem? The problem when you ask these children, and I suggest you sit down with your kids and ask them, more often than not, the answer would be lack of determination, lack of willpower. That's what my kids have told me. So here is what I suggest. What I've learned from very successful people around, if there's one thing I suggest my students, is discipline. As I just said, discipline is the link between dreams and accomplishments. Please teach your children how to have a structured life and teach them very early on. Teach them to get up at the same time every day. Teach them to have the breakfast every day at the same time, go to school, come back, start studying or relax, go play something, physical sport, come back, relax, study, sleep. Follow a regular schedule. It's not easy because you will also need to remember it and you will need to sacrifice a little bit to make sure that your child follows the schedule. But believe you me, most of the parents, whose children are performing extremely well, if there's one thing common I've found between them as a group is that they follow that regular schedule. There are very few variances that I see around. See, the way neural networks work is if you're following a schedule, they get used to that schedule. So later, when you are asking your child to follow a particular path, it is not very difficult to follow. But if the child has never been disciplined, if a child has never been following regular schedules, it becomes very difficult to follow a particular path. Just in case, another example in case. Last 2 years, before, while COVID was going on, many of our children had unbridled access to internet, mobile devices. Honestly, last 7 months, the biggest challenge that we have faced as a school was how to control this access. This access, constant internet access, has created huge issues, and sometimes it can tend to be scary. Very young kids have Facebook profiles, Instagram profiles, they're very active on it, doing things which are difficult to digest. Right? They have been exposed to things on the internet which are not absolutely according to their age. So first request I had from you was, please make sure that your children follow a schedule. You follow a schedule and lead by example. The second request that I have from all parents present here, please limit and control your children's online access. Do not give them mobile devices or internet access which is uncontrolled or unmonitored. It can have serious repercussions, especially for children who are in this teenage. With that, I would end my conversation. I hope you enjoy the show. Our team has very painstakingly put together this show. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
The Mauryan dynasty contributed a great deal in changing the face of Bharatvarsha. There was all-around growth in the Mauryan Empire. Life became more complicated, specialized, and organized. Behind these social, political, and economic revolutions that were changing the face of India, there was a ferment of Buddhism and its impact on old established faiths. The story of Buddha attracted me even in early boyhood, and I was drawn to the young Siddhartha, who, after many struggles and pain, developed into Buddha.
सत्य कथा पुरुषार्थ कथा सुनो सुनो सिद्धार्थ कथा चढ़ते सूरज सा तेजवान होगी ईमान खूंखार भरे जब पूछ करे हर हर भापे आसमान वो राजपुत्र हो शूरवीर पर्वत को भेद दे उसके तीर शांति का स्रोत करुणा की धार मेरी झरझरे मन से अपार वो राजपुत्र वो शूरवीर पर्वत को भेद दे उसके तीर है शाक्य वंश का वो तारा जगमग है जिससे जग सारा सत्य कथा पुरुषार्थ कथा सुनो ये बुद्ध कथा संसार में दुख का कारण क्या संताप शोक का निवारण संसार में दुख का कारण क्या संताप शोक का निवारण क्या इस खोज में सब कुछ त्याग दिया हर वैभव से वैराग लिया वो सृष्टि से संयुक्त हुए सिद्धार्थ गौतम बुद्ध हुए
What a truly majestic performance that was, ladies and gentlemen. As the Buddha himself said, happiness will never come to those who fail to appreciate what they already have.
Attention parents, we are announcing the first round of dispersals. All sections of grade 3 are ready for dispersal. Grade 3A, 3C, 3D, and 3E are ready for dispersal from the new basketball court. I repeat, 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D and 3E are ready for dispersal from the new basketball court. Grade 3F and 3G. Only grade 3F and 3G are ready for dispersal from the reception. Thank you.
There was a man who was ill-treated by society. People blamed him for anything wrong that happened in the village and spread malicious rumors about him. One day, out of rage, he swore to take revenge and punish society by killing 1,000 people. Every time he killed a man, he cut off his victim's finger and wore them as beads around his neck. And hence he was called Angulimal. Everybody was scared of him. No king could ever manage to catch him. One day, Buddha comes to the village with his disciples to stay. He was to continue his journey through the same forest where Angulimal was hiding.
Please, dear Buddha, listen to us. Don't go through that jungle. Angulimal is very dangerous. He doesn't spare anyone, be it anyone. He is a mad murderer.
And there are rumors that he has killed 999 people already. Just one more to go to fulfill his vow. But it's time for us to continue our journey. We cannot stay in this village forever.
And what about Angulimal? What if he attacks you?
Life is uncertain. What if I'm destined to meet him? Why should I be scared? Moreover, I feel that the last thing he needs has to be me.
Then at least your disciples should stay. Why to put others' life at risk?
We are little scared, but we will follow Buddha no matter what. Let's move.
Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest for a while.
Wow! The lamb itself has come to the lion. Ha 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 ha! Haven't you heard of me, the great killer Angulimal? Were you not aware that I was here? Well, I guess no else you wouldn't have taken this path. I was absolutely aware that you're here. In fact, I have come here to see you, to help you fulfill your vow. Help me fulfill my vow? Do you have no love for life? I will tear your body apart. I have come to help you achieve your goal. And as far as this body is concerned, my life's goal is achieved. I have shared what I have learned. Now this body is useless. When I die, this body will be burnt into ashes. It will be of no use to anyone. You can at least use it to fulfill your vow. Don't try to act smart with me. I don't care if you are a monk. I will kill you no matter what. Okay, then listen to the last wish of a dying man. Do me a favor and cut up the branch of this tree. Oh, such a silly wish. Take your cut-off branch and get ready to die. Just one more thing. Now attach it back to the tree. Crazy! You know this can't be done. Now I'm sure you're completely mad. Don't you know that what is damaged cannot be fixed again? So, You shouldn't destroy something if you can't create or fix it. Who gave you the right to kill others in the name of fulfilling your vow?
I am so sorry. I was blinded by the deep hatred I had for society. Please lead me to the right path. Oh Buddha, punish me, but please take me under your guidance.
Now, dedicate yourself to the service of others. That's the only path to salvation.
The contact between India and the Western world, which Chandragupta Maurya had established, continued during the reign of his son, Bindusar. Ashoka, the grandson of Chandragupta, added to these contacts. India became in his time an important international center for trade, art, culture, scriptures, and meditation, chiefly because of the rapid spread of Buddhism. The old dream of uniting the whole of India under one supreme government ignited Ashok's mind, and hence he undertook the conquest of Kalinga.
Coming up is a song and dance performance on King Ashok or Ashok the Great by our grade 9 students. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this tremendous performance.
Ashoka was ruling the entire modern empire with an iron fist. It now encompassed almost all parts of India except Kaling. King Ashoka decides to attack Kaling with his large army.
O greatest Emperor Ashoka, with a sad heart but angry mind, I must tell you that Kaling is not ready to bow before us. We must plan something more concrete. The local tribes keep attacking our outposts and they are getting more and more rebellious.
How dare Raja Ananta Padmanabha not listen to the greatest emperor of the vast land of India? We must teach him a big lesson, King Ashok.
I am more worried about our major trade routes that go through Kaling. We have to make a wise strategy. Can't we offer a good settlement? They surrender to us, but continue to rule the throne of Kaling just by abiding our laws and orders. That's it.
Oh my king, they are just not ready for any settlement. Very stubborn people. They have even destroyed many of our caravans. Our traders are refusing to travel their routes as they get looted by the local tribes. And to top it all, they have to pay huge taxes also.
Taxes? What taxes?
For using their roads and routes, my king.
Such audacity! Now we will have to pay taxes for using the roads.
And hence many of our traders have stopped exporting. This is deteriorating our trade and business.
Yes, my king. Because of this, the royal treasury will be impacted and the people of the kingdom will suffer.
Let's finish this! We must encourage all the tribes and people to fight as a group with us. Poison their wells, destroy their fields, leave no food for them. How long can a hungry soldier fight? And hence, we can conquer them with no difficulty at all. Kaling will be ours!
Kaling will be ours! Kaling will be ours!
Determined to win, by hook or by crook, Ashok announced the Great War of Kaling, the war that began almost 8 years after Ashok ascended the throne, was one of the bloodiest battles in Indian history. In an attempt to conquer the southeastern and southern parts of India, which would result in the Mauryan Empire becoming the largest empire in the country, Ashok waged war against the ruler of Kaling in 261 BC. However, the battle concluded with the massacre of more than 1 lakh people.
When an unconquered country is conquered, people are killed, that the beloved of the gods finds it very pitiful and grievous. If anyone does him wrong, it will be forgiven as far as it can be forgiven. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting one of the most power-packed performances of the evening by the students of grade 9 and 11.
Deva, छिपेगा कहाँ पे बजेगा गिरेगा गिरा तो चिरेगा छिपा तो मिलेगा मिला तो मरेगा ये सिलसिला है पूरे जोर पर चला है इसमें दम है जान लड़ा है कौन रह सका खड़ा है सबसे अटल सबसे प्रबल शस्त्र रचित रक्त चरित
Oh my goodness! Parents, did you feel the thrill? This performance truly deserves another round of applause. I will change. I will no longer be known as the evil Ashok, but as Ashok Priyadarshi, the messenger of love.
Amidst the thousands of monarchs that crowd the columns of history, their majesties and graciousness, the name of Ashok shines like a star.
And the name of the great king still shines in the center of our flag, the Ashok Chakra and the Ashok Stamp, the 4 lines of which symbolize power, courage, confidence and pride.
When northern empires were developing, southern regions were sprouting towards the new beginnings. In the far southern regions, the Cholas, Pandyas and the Cheras came to dominate. Their time was a transition from tribal power to kingdoms. The modern empire had evidently shrunk in South India, and southern kingdoms were flourishing. The Andhras had defeated the Shakas, later to be followed by the Kushanas. Then came the Chalukyan Empire, to be followed by the Rashtrakutas. The Rashtrakutas emerged as the second significant empire of the Chola dynasty.
Raja becomes the king after the murder of Uttam Chola, who was his uncle. His grandmother thinks that he got his uncle killed because he wanted to be the king. Let's see how he proves himself innocent.
Just leave. I do not even wish to see your face. I am sure it was you who got his own uncle murdered for greed of the throne.
No, grandmother, I have not done it. Please, think. Why would I commit such a heinous crime after faithfully serving him as his governor for years? If I really wanted the throne, I would have done it years before. Please, trust me.
Then why is his murder still a mystery? And why have you not done anything yet to find who is behind my son's death?
We have asked our spies to find about it, Rajmata. I am sure we will have some concrete news soon.
We have finally found who killed our late king, Uttam Chola. Who's the murderer? It has been done by the Chalukyas. They entered the palace and poisoned our late king's food.
I will kill them all. Governor, are you 100% sure of what you say?
Sure. After investigating only, we have arrived at this conclusion that this must have been done by them.
So, not sure. Since the crime is not proven, we have to give them the benefit of doubt and not slaughter them. Then kindly suggest, oh kind priest, what should I do? You should just confiscate their property and exile them from the state. I am sure Rajmata would also agree to this decision.
I think this would be righteous.
Put all their property up for auction, and whatever is earned through the auction, let it be used for constructing an enormous temple of Lord Shiva in memory of my uncle, King Uttam Chola.
Raja Chola built the great Raja Rajeshwara temple or Brihadveshwara temple in Tanjavur, which was his capital city. The temple was built ages ago, but the paintings inside its confines will captivate you even today. Undoubtedly, the Cholan kings were true patrons of art. There was also mesmerizing amalgamation of various dance forms from all over India during their reign.
Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is an enchanting fusion dance performance, a blend of the Indian classical dance forms presented by the students of grade 5A and 5B.
Janana janana tanana tanana to janana janana tanana tanana to janana janana tanana tanana janana janana tanana tanana to janana janana tanana tanana to janana janana tanana tanana geeta dhumi ko takadhi nadr kita to naach rahe gori tai tai to geeta dhumi ko takadhi nadr kita to naach rahe gori tai tai to geeta dhumi ko तकिडदक धीम धीम तकिडदक धीम धीम तकिडदक धीम हजतो तरुने को तक धीम
Wow, that was a splendid combination of beauty and grace.
The literature of the Sangam period contains the most elaborate information about the emergence of southern kingdoms of India, as well as the developing culture that the Aryans had brought and had blended with the Dravidian culture. The Sanskrit language prevailed in the south because of its beauty and organized structure. It had a massive impact on poetic styles. Kalidas was a great Sanskrit scholar, poet and dramatist. He was recognized as one of the 9 gems during the reign of Chandragupta Vikramaditya II. His works like Abhigyan Shakuntalam and Meghdootam are still staged and performed not only in India but in many other countries.
Kalidas was sitting under a tree and writing a poem. A royal hunter comes and shoots a deer with an arrow.
Shoot! Excellent shot.
What has just happened there? Did you hear that? Let's go and see. Oh dear, what happened to you? Let me take you home and bandage your wounds.
Wait! You are taking my deer. I shot him. He belongs to me now.
No life belongs to any man. It belongs to nature. You have committed a sin by shooting an innocent creature.
I'm not leaving without taking my hunt.
You will get nothing by demanding it of Kalidas. He is very stubborn when it comes to nature or its inhabitants.
Kalidas? His name is Kalidas? The one who writes beautiful poetry?
Oh, you know my son Kalidas?
Who doesn't know the great poet Kalidas? Every state is singing his poems. The royal dancers are performing on his poetry. The entire kingdom is dancing to the tunes of his poetry. I'm so sorry, oh great poet Kalidas, for my stupid mistake. You are not only a great poet, but a great human being too.
And hence emerged the classical age with deep appreciation for the arts, literature and poetry.
The mellifluous choral composition by our young singers is something that will stay in your memories for a long time. Of this, we are certain, ladies and gentlemen. The students of grade 8E, 8F and 9 are all set to put up a song and dance performance on Meghadutam, the ageless classic poem by Kalidas. What a beautiful performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Can we please have a huge round of applause? We still can't hear you. Once again, we would like you to give a huge round of applause for our talented singers who have sung this song under the skillful guidance of Kaushalya ma'am and Tapan sir, who has played the tabla. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for them.
Indian states flourished in the reign of the Guptas. However, due to constant invasions from outsiders, their empire started to shrink and gradually disappeared. New invaders from Central Asia poured into India.
The famous Chinese traveler Yu Sang came to India. He was a Buddhist who wrote expansively about Harshvardhan in his travelogues. Let's see what Harshvardhan learned from this Buddhist on his very first meeting.
King, oh my king, see how these non-believers are venting their frustration on us. Oh Lord Buddha, save us.
What have they done now?
They have set the front doors of the Buddha Vihar on fire. Our monasteries are on fire. But we did not let them go. We have caught them and brought them here.
Sinners! Sinners!
What did they achieve by doing this? Bring them to me. I fail to understand what to get from all this ruckus.
We are so sorry, O great king. We are not non-believers. We do respect Buddhist philosophies. We were misled by some non-believers. They provoked us into committing such a big crime. Please forgive us. Please forgive us.
Why are they so angry? What wrong have I done to them?
They are upset because you honor these foreign monks a lot. They are jealous of your bond with Chinese sage Yun Sang. They say that you are building these monasteries to impress the monk. Hence, they forced us into burning the monastery down.
Have mercy on us, O my king. Have mercy on us.
King Harsha, we should punish these criminals with death.
No. Death punishment is against the principles of Buddhism. Exile them all instead from our state.
Throw them out.
O great monk, the work I wanted to preserve has been destroyed in an instant.
You are a wise king, O great Harshvardhan. Please do not talk of such disappointment. The fire you see burning down the monasteries supports our thesis. Our opponents say that everything is timeless and everlasting, whereas we believe that nothing is eternal. The burning walls of the monasteries are testimony to the fact that everything that exists would one day perish. Even the mightiest is destructible. All the moments are transitory, whether happy or sad. So, live, believe, be happy, and make others happy.
O greatest sage, you have always shown me the path of truth, wisdom, and justice. I will stage a play Nagananda in your honor that I have written myself. The play tells the sacrifice story of a great prince, Jeetvahana. I will play the character of Jeetvahana. Perhaps this will in some way compensate for what these people have done.
O great king, you are humble, wise, patient, courteous, and the greatest of all the kings. Victory to King Harshvardhan! Victory to King Harshvardhan!
Harshvardhan himself was a great scholar and wrote 3 exceptional plays in Sanskrit, including Priyadarshika, Ratnavali and Nagananda. Presenting now is a visually powerful performance by the students of grade 7C and 7D. That was a wonderful performance, so well synchronized with an equally beautiful concept. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause, please.
After Harshvardhan, Indian monarchy started taking many turns. Arabs entered India through Balochistan and established cordial relations with the Rashtrakutas. Sultan of Ghazni raided and looted India many times. Poets like Firdausi wrote about the new phase of Indian monarchy. After about 160 years, Muhammad Ghori invaded Ghazni and started ruling it. He marched to Lahore and then to Delhi to expand his rule, but was comprehensively defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan of Delhi.
Muhammad Ghori in chains is brought before King Prithviraj Chauhan after being defeated by him.
Let me go!
Move on!
Let me go! Leave me alone! You stand before the great King Prithviraj Chauhan with respect.
All his pride is in vain. How should this evil be punished?
Be polite to the Sultan. He's a great warrior. Please unchain the Sultan. It's my order. Call the Rajved and tend to the Sultan's wounds.
I have never seen a king behaving so kind with his enemies. Is it some kind of trick to humiliate me? Or are you still afraid of me?
I attack openly, but on the battlefield, killing a chained enemy is against our honor.
Then what do you wish to do with me?
Amir has requested me to set you free and let you go back to your fort.
No, my king, no. He's a snake who would come back to bite. Think no further, my king. Please kill him instantly.
Don't worry, he'll definitely be punished. He's not going to be free unless he pays the penalties and accepts our supremacy.
Dear King, if you have made this decision, let us at least make sure that the penalty is such that Ghori doesn't even think about looking towards Delhi again.
A war is a game of victory and defeat. There is no enemy after the game is over. Let all of you be satisfied. Ghori is to be free after he does what is ordered.
चार बास 24 गज अंगुल अष्ट प्रमाण ताऊ पर सुल्तान है मत चूके चौहान. Popularly known as Prithviraj Chauhan or Rai Pitora, he was a great king who had Ajmer as his capital. His valor and bravery speak volumes about the kind of king he was, and his semi-legendary accounts are best described in Prithviraj Raso. Coming up, a performance by the students of grade 8C and 8D.
पृथ्वीराज जैसे गोकुल में हो मोहन, ऐसा एक पृथ्वीराज जैसे कुरुक्षेत्र में अर्जुन, ऐसा एक पृथ्वीराज जैसे गोकुल में हो मोहन, ऐसा एक पृथ्वीराज जैसे कुरुक्षेत्र में अर्जुन, ऐसा एक पृथ्वीराज जैसे लंका में दशानन, ऐसा एक पृथ्वीराज जैसे रावण को राम सतावन. हरि हर हरि हर हरि हर 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 पृथ्वीराज, हरि हर हरि हर हरि हर हरि हर जियो राज पृथ्वीराज. हरि हर हरि हर हरि हर 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 पृथ्वीराज. चल पर्वत वो हिमालय नींव से जो डुल जावे, सत्य की राह जो त्यागे युधिष्ठिर सागर रांध लगावे, जो पश्चिम में सूरज उग कर पूरब में डूब जावे, जो धरती के बोझ से शेषनाग झुक जावे, जो शंकर छोड़े भवानी ब्रह्म वेद को रखना, जो यह संभव हो विचरण में पृथ्वी राज करके दिखावे।
What a robust performance it was! Let's hear it once again for this energetic performance.
Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the second round of dispersals now. The second round of dispersals are underway, ladies and gentlemen. The dispersals are for grade 4, all the sections, grades 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D and 4E from the new basketball court. I repeat, dispersal for grades 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D and 4E from the new basketball court, and dispersals for grades 4F and 4G from the reception. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, dispersals for grades 4F and 4G from the reception. Thank you.
Ghori was highly humiliated after such a defeat and penalty imposed on him. He gathered an even stronger army next time and marched towards Delhi. Yet again, he was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan. And like before, Prithviraj Chauhan set him free. This shows how principled the latter was as a king. But the third time when Ghori attacked Prithvi, Prithvi was captured. Did Ghori show the same kindness to Prithvi? Let's see.
Now you know the taste of defeat. Bow your head before me, you tame tiger. Bow your head.
Tamed or not, a tiger is after all a tiger. Hope you know that, Sultan.
How dare you answer me like that? Stop looking at me with those ferocious eyes. Look down at once.
A Rajput never looks down.
Then I have a solution for it. Blind him with red hot iron. My lord, be careful. After all, he is powerful too.
What's going on? Something does not feel right. I can sense some danger.
Hold him down. Stay down.
The throne of Delhi was going through a roller coaster ride with different rulers ascending and departing. The beginning of a mixed culture began to appear and foundations for Indianization were laid on which King Akbar was to build his empire. King Akbar was an admirer of beautiful Indian culture. His kinship with Rajput rulers strengthened his empire greatly, and the Mughal dynasty became characteristically Indian.
King Akbar, in disguise, goes on a secret survey of a market to see if the markets were being fair in their dealings with the common man and if his people were happy. But to his utter dismay, he discovered things which he was totally unaware of.
Bairam Khan conferred on Jalaluddin the epithet Akbar, meaning the greatest, and hence he was known as Akbar the Great.
King Akbar, why are you taking the risk of roaming in an open market without any security? Don't worry, no one will recognize us. I can't sit relaxing in my palace until I'm sure people in my empire are happy and content. Where should we begin from, Mahesh?
From the green windows, Your Majesty.
Good suggestion. But please, don't address me as Your Majesty.
How much is the barley for?
3 gold coins for a pound. And rice? 2 gold coins for a pound. My God, very expensive. What about wheat? That too is 3 coins and nothing is expensive. My price is just as fair as others. Go and try with any other vendor in the market if you wish. That's very unfair.
Unfair? What do you know of all that is unfair in our country these days, under the rule of such an ignorant king?
But people say that our king is very considerate and kind.
Kind? Huh! The king who imposes taxes even on pilgrims cannot be the right example of kindness.
Pilgrim tax? Are you aware of such practices going on? Sadly, I am also paying such taxes. I think we should go back now and talk officially about this in the court.
Akbar returned to his court and ordered instant abolishment of all unnecessary taxes imposed on the common man, as he wanted his people to be happy.
Akbar extended the reach of the Mughal dynasty across the Indian subcontinent and consolidated the empire by centralizing its administration. King Akbar was a huge devotee of Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti and Khwaja Salim Chishti. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, the students of grade 6A and 6B are going to present a Sufi rendition.
बरकतों का पैगाम मिले कहने से ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह रहमतों का सलाम मिले बस कहने से बिस्मिल्लाह 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 तेरे नाम से शुरू हुआ तेरे नाम पे खत्म लिल्लाह बिस्मिल्लाह
Kiran ma'am, you seem to be lost in the performance.
Who wouldn't be, Aditi ma'am? To such a soulful and graceful performance. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause.
There were four real protagonists for power in India during the 18th century. Two Indians and two foreigners. The Indians were the Marathas, Hyder Ali and his son Tipu Sultan in the south, while the British and the French were the foreigners. Shivaji was a symbol of rising Hindu nationalism. He built up the Marathas as a strong, unified fighting group, gave them a nationalist background, and made them a formidable power which broke the Mughal Empire.
Shri Chhatrapati Shivaji was very particular about the safety of his forts. He had made a strict rule about entering the forts. Nobody was allowed to enter the forts before sunrise and after sunset. A 16-year-old boy who worked at one of his forts was given the guard duty at the entrance of the door one night. The same night, a commander wished to enter the fort. Let's see what happens next.
I should be careful. Safety of the fort is very important. Greetings, Commander. Savla, I hope you will be careful throughout the night. Be extremely firm about the rules for the safety of the fort. And do not let anyone enter after sunset or before sunrise as instructed by our King Shivaji. Don't worry, Commander. I fully realize the responsibility of the job given to me. I will not let anyone enter the fort after sunset or before sunrise under any condition. Sounds good. Remember, it is a test. You must pass it to be in the great army of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Guards, open the gates and let me in.
The sun has set, Commander. Hence, as per the rules, I cannot let you in.
The rules must be for the common man, not for a commander.
Our King Shivaji made the rules for everyone. He said no one means no one. Hence, I request you to please return and come back after sunrise.
Let me try and bribe him. See, boy, if you let us in, I will give you my gold ring. And who will know that you did let us enter the gates? It's going to be just between you and us.
Treachery and cheating have no place in the Maratha rule. We are proud of our loyalty and sanctity towards our country. Now you must return before I make up my mind to report this to my king.
I think I need to slay you for your stubbornness and then take entry myself.
I don't mind dying for my Shivaji Maharaj.
I am Shivaji myself, the one you speak of.
I'm so sorry. Even if you're Chhatrapati himself, I'm bound by my duty to not break the rules.
I shall spend a night in the near village. This boy is highly loyal to me. I shouldn't bother him anymore.
Shivaji spends the night in the near village and comes back in the morning.
Victory to the great Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
I am so proud of you, my little soldier. You have not only proved to be loyal, but also taught me that everyone must abide by the rules, be it the
ruler himself. Please accept this as a token of thanks. Your patience and forgiveness is an example of a great ruler, Shivaji Maharaj. No doubt, entire country admires your way of treating people, and everyone is ready to die for you.
Victory to King Chhatrapati Shivaji!
Shivaji Bhosle, popularly referred to as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, established a royal name for himself in history with his administrative skills by upholding the Swarajya values and the Maratha heritage. Coming up is a performance by the students of grade 6C and 6D on one of the bravest and greatest sons of India. That was a stupendous performance. Jai Bhavani!
Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the third round of dispersals now. And the dispersals taking place are for the grade 5 all sections. Grades 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D and 5E are being dispersed from the new basketball court. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, grades 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D and 5E dispersal from new basketball court. The dispersal of grades 5F and 5G from the reception. I repeat, the dispersal of grades 5F and 5G from the reception. Thank you so much.
The British were taking unfair advantage while Indian rulers were fighting against the Mughal rule. The British had spread their tentacles and captured many regions of India by exploiting peasants and zamindars. We had a new problem to solve now. Hence, emerged the revolt of 1857.
Mangal Pandey is a soldier in the British Army. He and his friends are already distressed about the treatment given to Indian soldiers, and now there was something suspicious against their belief, which was making their tempers run high. Let's see how, with one bold step, Mangal Pandey began the revolution of 1857.
Company. This is a unique technique for bullets imported from China. The cartridge is strong and stiff, so you may have to use your teeth to tear it off. Now let's do a trial.
Why is this packet so sticky? I don't feel like putting it between my teeth.
Yeah, must be some kind of special oil that was used while making them.
I have heard that the new technique involves a mixture of cow and pig fat for making these cartridges. We must refuse to obey this command. It's against our religion.
Company, here's the cartridge. Tear it off with your teeth. Pour the powder in your rifle. Push the bullet. Aim. Shoot. It's your turn now.
This is atrocious. We can't buy this packet. Cow is venerated by us. Giving us cow's fat is the worst insult to us.
How dare you insult the company by refusing our orders? You'll be punished for creating such conflict.
Conflict? Huh. That's what we Indians have been avoiding for years. Not because we are scared of you, but because we are scared of ourselves. You have not witnessed my temper. That can go from zero to the death row. Really quick.
You rebel! I will beat you to death.
Enough of you bossing around us. You stand on my land, live in my country, eat the food grown in my fields, drink water of our rivers, breathe among us, and yet exploit us in every possible way. Loot us for no reason. Beat us to prove your supremacy over us. We will not tolerate this any further. I am not scared of you anymore. It is you who must leave my country.
Yes, it is you who must leave our country.
Leave! Leave! Go away! This was the first time in Indian history that somebody was bold enough to raise his voice against the British rule. Mangal Pandey was given a death sentence, yet his revolt spread like wildfire and gave a spark of hope to others to rise against the British rule and fight for the freedom of the nation.
Mangal Pandey was a sepoy in the 34th Bengal Native Infantry Regiment of the British East India Company. His revolt was the first major incident of what came to be known as the First War of Indian Independence. Coming up is a robust performance by the students of grades 9 and 11.
सन 1857 भारत का पहला विद्रोह। अंग्रेजों की जंजीरों में लिपटा भारत, मंगल पांडे जैसों के आक्रोश में उबलता भारत, जब उसने गड़ गड़ हुंकार लगाया था, गुलामी की गहरी नींद में जब आजादी के ख्वाब का सैलाब आया था।
सबने सुना रे, डंका बोले धुम धुम, जागो जागो अब तुम, नींद में हो क्यों गुम हो, जागो रे जागो जागो रे, देखो सम
वक्त आ गया है साथियों, भारत माता की चीखें अब हमारे कानों में गूंजना शुरू हो गई है। यही समय है ब्रिटिश हुकूमत के खिलाफ विद्रोह करने का। ये विद्रोह उनके एक तरफे कानून का है जो हमारा शोषण करता है।
अपने होठों पे है आज भी वो नारा आजादी का ही सजाए। अपनी आंखों में है आज भी वो अपनी धरती के सपने बसाए। फांसी तो लगती है सिर्फ दम को और सपनों को फांसी लगाए। फांसी तो लगती है सिर्फ दम को और सपनों को फांसी लगाए। जो तो फिर भी नहीं बुझ सकेगी कि बुझाए न कोई बुझाए।
ये सब करके हमें क्या मिलेगा? हम सब मारे जाएंगे। अगर तुम इसे जीना कहते हो तो मरना इससे कहीं बेहतर है लाख। ये लड़ाई हमारे लिए नहीं, हमारी आने वाली नस्लों के लिए है।
Wow, what an energetic performance. Such was the magic of patriotism. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause.
The revolt of Mangal Pandey gave rise to some fine guerrilla leaders. Firoz Shah, a relative of Bahadur Shah of Delhi, was one of them. But most brilliant of all was Tatya Tope, who harassed the British for many months, even when defeat stared him in the face. Another name stands out above others and is still revered in popular memory, the name of Lakshmi Bai, Rani of Jhansi, a girl of 20 years of age who died fighting. The English general who opposed her called her the best and bravest of all the rebel leaders.
Tatya Tope was Rani Lakshmi Bai's childhood playmate. He not only taught her sword fighting, but was also the most trustworthy advisor to her. He was always there to help her in any situation. After the death of King Gangadhar Rao, Lakshmi Bai took the reins of Jhansi in her hands, securing it to hand over to her adopted son, Damodar Rao. But the British denied this decision as per the doctrine of lapse. Their intention to grab Jhansi was obvious.
Jhansi is my land. I will not give up on it on any condition.
We must devise the proper strategy to save Jhansi from the hands of the enemy. We must procure a greater army.
I will plead to our own people. I am sure they will help us.
We will do as the duty calls, my queen. Please tell how we must prepare ourselves.
You must learn to shoot, ride, man the watchtower, and care for the injured.
Queen, the British have captured Rahatgarh and Banpat. They will be at the gates of Jhansi within a few weeks. We must tighten our grip to give them a good fight.
Long live the Queen!
Long live the Queen! Attack! For Jhansi! Charge!
बुंदेले हर बोलो के मुंह, हम सुन्नी सुनी कहानी थी। खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी। Coming up now is a performance on the Warrior Queen by the students of grades 7A, 7B and 7E.
और हाथ खड़क दुर्गा है काली माई है। अश्व चढ़ी प्रचंड विकट ये मनु है लक्ष्मी बाई है। शोले बरसेंगे अब तुझ पर तेरी शामत आई है। की भाग तो देखो तुझ पर भारी बात तो देखो तेरे शीश को लेने आई झांसी की रानी आई।
You were the bravest freedom fighter this land has ever known. It must be your firmness and determination a native should learn from. It must be your bravery and intellect a man should be inspired by. And it must be your stubbornness and rebelliousness that each child should inherit. A woman behind her man, a living inspiration. You will always be remembered as the greatest queen of Jhansi.
What an astounding performance it was. Simply amazing. Queen was muttering stanzas from the Bhagavad Gita as she breathed her last. Her last words were, Vasudev, I bow to thee.
The powerful agitation against the partition of Bengal had thrown up many able and aggressive leaders of this type. But the real symbol of the new age was Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who emerged as the leader of the extremists, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who headed the moderates. Revolutionary slogans were in the air, tempers ran high, and conflict was inevitable.
The event of partition of Bengal by the government stirred the entire nation. The nationalism of Bengali middle class resented this move. A great anti-British movement arose in Bengal. Landholders and Indian capitalists also joined it. The cry of Swadeshi was heard with the boycott of British goods.
Brothers, and burn all that is British.
Boycott the British! Boycott the British!
I fear that if this boycott continues, we will lose what we have been able to gain so far. All we endeavor is to bring in self-government, but peacefully.
Swaraj! Swaraj! We want freedom! We want self-rule!
This is my nation. my country, my mother. Will I beg to sit happily in my own mother's lap? No, it's my right. Swaraj is my birthright, and I shall have it.
Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it.
Lokmanya Tilak was a Yug Purush who built the character of the youth of that era and gave them extraordinary direction. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, a performance by the students of grade 8A and 8B.
राष्ट्रभक्ती निस्वार्थ करारे एकजुटीने कार्य कराया देशाचे या साथीपणा अनसाथ करारे मातृभूमी ही आज पुकारे जागृत होऊन कंकण बांधू दिवस रात्र झटल्याचे मातीच्या पायाशी हे अर्पण प्राणाचे फेडूया ऋण आम्हा हा जन्म लाभला त्याचे घेऊ हे ब्रिदहाती असे ती सिंधू नव हिंदुस्थानाचे. ह्या वज्रमुखींनी गातल भेदू सीमा न कुठली हुंकार असा गगनाला भेदू ठाम निश्चय हा दुर्गम्य आमची इच्छा शक्ती हृदय पोलादी ना सोडी कधी नाश भरती मातीच्या पायाशी हे अर्पण प्राणाचे घेऊया ऋण आम्हा जन्म लाभला त्याचे घेऊ हे मृदहाती असे तू सिंधू नव हिंदुस्थानाचे.
What a stupendous performance indeed! Such was the aura of our freedom fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready with the fourth round of dispersals. The dispersal for class 7C and 7D from the new basketball court, and 8E and 8F from this basketball court. I repeat myself, ladies and gentlemen, the dispersals for the grade 7C and 7D and 8E and 8F from the new basketball court. Thank you so much.
And then Gandhi came. He was like a powerful current of fresh air that made us stretch ourselves and take deep breaths. Like a beam of light that pierced the darkness and removed the scales from our eyes. The essence of his teaching was fearlessness and truth, and action allied to these, always keeping the welfare of masses in view.
Two kids playing in the ashram get into a fight over fruits they had plucked from the trees growing in the ashram. Bapu calls them to him and tells them the importance of truth and justice.
Bapu, see, Raju has taken more fruits, while I did my share in helping him pluck them from trees. Bapu, but you did nothing except to hand me the stick. It was I who climbed up the tree and struck them to make them fall. Hence, I deserve more. Moreover, I'm older than him.
This is unfair. You said we were a team. Hence, we should share equally.
Sit, children, and let me tell you a story. Perhaps, after listening to the story, you will be able to sort out this issue and do justice with each other. I was practicing law in South Africa and had to travel in a train. I had procured a first-class compartment ticket for traveling.
Hey, you darky, aren't you aware that this first-class compartment is reserved for high-ranking officers only? You know who the officers are? Right, the British.
I am not aware of such a rule, sir. However, I do have a ticket for it.
You liar!
You can see, here it is.
You must have stolen it. Now get off the box before I call the authority.
You may call the authority if you wish, but I follow the principle of truth and justice. Hence, nobody can question my lawful right to travel in this train compartment on the basis of my skin color.
You must be taught a lesson. Officer, what is all this? Are you not aware of rules of traveling in a first-class box?
Yes, of course, sir. I'm so sorry for all the trouble this Indian must have caused you. I will ask him to get off right away. You must get off the train and take another compartment reserved for people like you.
But this is unfair. You are also supporting injustice. See, I have the ticket that gives me the complete right to travel in this box.
Oh, you stubborn Indian, you don't listen so easily.
This is injustice to all humans. There should be no discrimination based on caste, creed, or color. I will fight against such malpractices. Let truth be victorious. Let non-violence be the weapon.
That was humiliating. How could that European treat you on the basis of your skin color? So, are we still fighting? I mean, against that injustice, Bapu?
Yes, my son. We are still fighting for these rights. And we will continue to fight till we claim all our rights and earn freedom for our country.
I'm so sorry, Birju. It was unfair on my part to exploit you just because I'm taller and older to you. Here are your fruits.
Thank you, Raju, for being so kind.
I'm so proud of you both. You are the next generation of our country. Make sure always to be fair and just. Bring glory and victory to this nation and teach the same to the next generation. I'm so proud to see you like this. So proud.
And we are proud to be the part of your freedom resolution, Bapu. Satyagraha, Satyagraha.
There is not a single person in the world who is untouched by the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. As Gandhiji truly says, be the change you wish to see in the world. Coming up is a performance by the students of grade E, F and G. an amazing performance. Really, what a way to lead us towards Azadi. साबरमती के संत, तूने कर दिया कमाल.
Modern changes crept in gradually, influencing the Indian mind and giving rise to the modern consciousness. Subhash Chandra Bose participated in India's independence movement and formed the Azad Hind Fauj. When he was addressing his army, he declared, without arms and without a modern army, it was impossible for disarmed people to win freedom.
Subhash Chandra Bose addressing his army.
Have you read the news today? Subhash Chandra Bose gave an inspiring speech in Burma. I wish we had been there.
Friends, 12 months ago, a new program of total mobilization, a maximum sacrifice, was placed before the Indians in East Asia. Today, I shall give you an account of our achievements during the past year and shall place before you our demands for the coming year. We should but have one desire today, the desire to die so that India may live, the desire to face the martyr's death so that the path to freedom may be paved with the martyr's blood. Friends, my comrades in the war of liberation, today I demand of your blood. Give me blood and I promise you freedom.
We will give our blood to get freedom. Freedom, freedom.
Men, money and materials cannot by themselves bring victory or freedom. We must have motive, power that will inspire us to be brave and do heroic exploits. Ladies and gentlemen, this performance that will follow is worthy of special mention. The song has been beautifully rendered by our students. Energy and professionalism they have brought to it speaks volumes of their vocal range and grasp on the notes. Now performing before you grades 7E, F and G.
हिंदुस्तान ये सिर्फ एक नाम ही नहीं, हमारी पहचान है। न जाने कितने वीरों ने दिए यहाँ बलिदान है। आजाद, भगत सिंह, बोस की वाणी, इन वीरों ने दी यहाँ हर रोज कुर्बानी। लिए हिम्मत सांसों में, करें उन वीरों को याद। गीत गाएं एक साथ, कदम बढ़ाएं एक साथ।
कदम 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 बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा। ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा। ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। शेर हिंद, शेर हिंद, शेर हिंद आगे बढ़, मरने से तू कभी न डर। उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर, जो शेर वतन बढ़ाएगा। शेर हिंद आगे बढ़, मरने से तू कभी न डर। उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर, जो शेर वतन बढ़ाएगा। कदम कदम बढ़ाएगा, खुशी के गीत गाएगा। ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाएगा। कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। संभाल के लाल किले पे गाड़ के लहराएगा लहराएगा, चलो रे पुकार के गमे निशा संभाल के लाल किले पे गाड़ के लहराएगा लहराएगा, कदम कदम बढ़ाएगा, खुशी के गीत गाएगा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाएगा, कदम कदम बढ़ाएगा, खुशी के गीत गाएगा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाएगा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाएगा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाएगा।
What a performance! Ladies and gentlemen, we would like you to give a huge round of applause for our melodious singers who have performed under the able guidance of Bharat Sir and Vipin Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for them. Truly awesome.
And then, India became independent. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of Free India.
He delivered a speech titled Tryst with Destiny to the Indian Constituent Assembly in the Parliament House on the eve of India's independence towards midnight on 14th August 1947.
The speech spoke on the aspects that transcended Indian history. It is a landmark oration that captures the essence of the glorious finale of the Indian independence movement. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. Not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. We end today a period of ill fortune, and India discovers herself again. The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening of opportunity to the greater triumphs and achievements that await us. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? Freedom brings responsibilities and burdens, and we have to face them in the spirit of free and disciplined people. We are citizens of a great country on the verge of bold advance, and we have to live up to that high standard. All of us, to whatever religion we may belong, are equally the children of India with equal rights privileges and obligations. We cannot encourage communalism or narrow-mindedness. For no nation can be great whose people are narrow in thought or in action. To the nations and people of the world, we send greetings and pledge ourselves to cooperate with them in furthering peace, freedom and democracy. And to India, our much loved motherland, the ancient, the eternal and the ever new, we pay our reverent homage and we bind ourselves afresh to her service. Jai Hind!
Jai Hind! Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Jai Hind!
Attention parents, we are announcing another round of dispersals. Student of grades 6A, 6B, 6C and 6D are ready for dispersal from the new basketball court. I repeat, students of grades 6A, 6B, 6C and 6D are ready for dispersal from the new basketball court.
The feeling and essence of sacrifice, love and kindness will continue to grow and rise. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the final performance for the evening by the students of grades 9 and 11. stupendous, amazing. Now that's what we call a finale performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for them once again.
Today's gala event has proved more than ever that Team Teoler believes in the idea of doing things perfectly and aspires for excellence in all that it does. So, we proudly present you our team that deserves special mention and acknowledgement. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a huge round of applause to our team of choreographers for the amazing dance performances. The art team who created wonderful props adding to the beauty of each performance. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! When we believe in ourselves, we are able to achieve wonderful things. The culmination of today's function stands testimony to this fact. Weeks of practice, innumerable rehearsals, scores of trials and errors, but in the end, it all came together impeccably. Kudos to our students, the little ones and not so little boys and girls, for bringing Pandit Nehru's sprawling idea to fruition in this amazing extravaganza.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, the success of the show is a teamwork. All the teachers, each and every single teacher who has put forth great effort, worked tirelessly with the students, with our dear students, deserve to be applauded. Let's hear it for the staff, for the team. Teoler!